step onto the field, the loud and the proud, the Ducks make noise whenever opponents come to town. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. The Ducks headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. Fielded in the end zone. It's Durham. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Berry. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. Right back to the well. Pushes ahead for 1. It's 2nd and 9. And the Tigers will hustle to the line. Now Oregon will call its second timeout. They burned a couple early, now down to just 1 timeout to work with. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. The run inside. It's Berry. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Back to throw, it's Levin. Looking to take a shot. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover.
And that's not the attempt you wanted to start the game. First pass of the game, interception. Man, this is where you go over the sidelines. You have a good talk with your coach. You settle down. It's not the end of the world. It's 1 pass, but that is not the start he had in mind today.
All wideouts, no backs. Dante Moore escapes the pressure to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Quickly complete.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
Unleashes it. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
Coaches look at this stat every single football game. How do you execute on 3rd down? And a lot of times, man, it's about being in position.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. More to the air again. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
And what a job by this defense. Early in the game, you want to set the tone. You want to set your offense up as much as you can. And here in the first half now, giving the ball back to them on their side of the field, shutting the fourth down conversion down, sending a message to this offense.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Looking downfield, it's Levitt. Throws to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
On 4th and 11, they decide to go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He'll take a shot. Can't hook up on the long throw, and 4th down goes by the boards for this offense.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Here's Moore to throw. Keeps looking downfield. All kinds of time to survey the field, and he'll let it go to the left. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. And the Ducks racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and they force the incomplete.
Again, it's Moore. Fires to the wideout. Pulls it in. And fire the completion there in the red zone and set up at the 13. The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. DB's right up on the receivers. Moore. Lets it go to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Man, these windows get tighter down here in the red zone, and those catches are a little bit more contested, more people near you, and it gets a little bit more difficult. But you need your players to step up for your QB and make big plays. I think he's going to look back and say, I should have made that play.
95-96 Prince. 95-96 Prince. Still go. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line.
Flag 14. Flag 14.
back to the ground with the running back. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it out. It's Durham. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. Both of these defenses a little bend, but not breaking in clutch situations. Turning it on! And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Might be changing the route. Back to pass, it's Levitt. Moving away from pressure. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to fight another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down.
Obviously not the start this quarterback was hoping for, guys. He's now 0 for 4 to start the game throwing it. He just can't seem to find a rhythm. He's not finding his receivers. I'm even wondering if he's seeing the field that well at all, but no surprise. When you start the game 0 for 4 at QB, you've got no points on offense.
After giving up that big play, this defense has been a rock. 3rd and goal coming. Got a hand on it nicely and broke it up in the end zone.
Well, that's one on 3rd down. The quarterback and his target just had to have a little better timing. That ball had to come out a split hair sooner. As a result, though, being late, it gets swatted down, and now we've got 4th.
Splits the uprights right down the middle. And with that field goal, guys, we're all tied up in the early going.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Throwing more. Here comes the heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. Final timeout taken here by the Ducks. And now they'll have to go the rest of the half with no timeouts remaining. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Rush is on him. And it's a sack.
That's 2 really good plays in a row by this defense. Nice job, man, getting tackles for losses, getting sacks. It makes it easy to play defense. You know what else does? Forcing a 3rd and long where you know they got to throw the football like they got right here.
This defense will try to keep everything in front. He's taking the shot. Wide open, he makes the catch. Flying down the left side. Touchdown, Ducks! Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
Well, we know, David, talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to get this guy guy involved. Weren't able to do it early, but they saw the matchup, took advantage of his speed, and it's a long touchdown.
Yeah, and sometimes it takes a minute to figure out what the defense is doing, but then now you figure it out, and now you go to your go-to guy. He has all the speed, man. He can win outside. You want to play man-to-man coverage on him? You want to leave him on an island? It's not going to turn out well.
Coming out with it, it's Durham. He stopped at the 23, a couple of yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Tight end now in motion. Running inside. It's Berry. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll send the back in motion. Looking for a man. It's Levitt. Heaves it on the run. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Dante Moore. Pressure coming, and they got him.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving up a huge loss on that sack. You'd think they'd want to just take a second, regroup before running this next play.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Bring in the heat. Trying to escape and get it himself. Avoids the punishment with the slide and a good gain on that run. The Ducks moving quickly to the line. From the gun on third down, Dante Moore. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. Here comes the field goal unit. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. Splits the uprights. Good. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
He'll bring it out. It's Durham. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Berry. Crosses the 30. He's got to lay it. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. They had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Big collision there, and they'll mark him down after a 6-yard gain. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Looking for space. It's Berry.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short.
Could be an alley. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. Starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Headed to the end zone, and he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers!
And earlier this offense had to settle for 3. Nice job finishing the half, punching it in the end zone, cutting into this lead, and gaining the momentum in the football game.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Here's more to throw. Trying to burn this defensive back. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. Moore to the air. The throw. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Great coverage, great break on the ball. Had a chance to really make a big play and maybe even take that thing back to the house. But you got to secure the catch. We like to hit people more than we like to catch balls.
The run inside. It's Hill. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect it. So, Dave.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. And the Ducks come to the line in the hurry-up.
Nice job by this defense getting to the QB and getting him on the ground, creating the negative play. This offense must have seen something because they're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
Running inside, it's Hill. At the 35, he's got more. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And that's a welcome sight for this offense, man. They really struggled to run the football in the first half. And I promise you, at halftime, in the locker room, first drive, guys, we got to come out, own the line of scrimmage, get the run game going, and that's exactly how they start this half.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They're going to ride this running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. The Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. In the gun on third down, Moore. Fires to the right. Complete on the comeback. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up. You got to communicate.
Moore. Catch in the middle. It's Hill.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. They're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, lead the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Throwing, Moore. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! Fitted in the window for the score. A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
He gets a block. He stopped right there. Oh, he might have been a step away from taking that one a long way. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Making side adjustments here. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Berry. At the 45 on his way. Breaks into the open. He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. Now from inside the red zone. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Caden Durham again. He gives them a fresh set of downs, and this one will be first and goal from the 6. LSU quick to the line. Here's Durham. And he's in. Touchdown, Tigers. The Tigers are back on top.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again, and how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
And he takes this from inside the 5. tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
Well, the offense has the lead, and we call this 4-minute offense. This is a situation that teams around the country practice, having the lead late in the game and needing to ice it by running the football and throwing high-percentage passes.
They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Dante Moore. Floating away. Unleashes one. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Moore from the gun on 3rd down. Lost one deep down the right side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game. Throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He is going to...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Wide receiver comes in motion.
Booster, return.
More to throw for it on 4th down. It's incomplete, and the defense makes a stop and gets the football back.
Yeah, and see, I have no problem being aggressive near midfield. I got no problem whatsoever. You get stuffed, but I think you have to show your team, like, we're going to be aggressive. We're going to continue to try to make it, even in the second half when things are getting tight.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Here's Durham one more time. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. The give to Caden Durham. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Here's a give to Durham. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And a lot of times they'll fit up front. You know, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces, and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Lofts one high and deep. Touchdown, LSU! They move on top here in the fourth.
Really good execution by this offense late in the game, under a minute, score to take the lead. It's what you draw up. It's what you dream about. But now my defense has to go on the field and get me one more stop.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Here's more to throw. They're working that left side. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running.
Obviously, that was important. Got to get the first down. Now we got to get some jump plays, get this ball across the 50, and get in scoring position.
Moore will throw. It's complete to the right. Oh, what a move to get room. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. The Ducks headed quickly to the line.
Well, there's no doubt where the quarterback's going to be looking in this 2-minute situation trailing in this game. Tonight, time and time again, he has been feeding this guy the football, already over 100 receiving yards, and he comes up.
He's got it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. So the opportunity with a touchdown here to take a fourth-quarter lead. Defense uses a timeout. The clock stops with 17 seconds left. They are really clicking along. First and goal on just the fourth play of the drive. They'll try to get it in with the run. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. After getting nothing done on first down, second and goal from the 6. They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. If they can get it in here, we could have a thrilling end to this game. It is third and goal. QB draw. He didn't get it. Not only that, he lost yardage. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. Down in the final period in a tight game, and they will go for it on fourth and goal. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. Trailing and getting deep in the game, they'll go for it here on fourth and goal. 4th down, more. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! They've got the lead here in the 4th. The Ducks with the answer.
Man, what a great job by this offense executing down the field, using all of the clock, being smart, getting the big score late, and I think that one should do it.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They bring him down. A last gasp effort on that return comes up empty, and that's going to do it for this one. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the 4th quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation